Hello! How's it going? Have we got everybody watching? I need some lecky. God dang it. Cool, I'm just going to wait another minute, see if anyone else is joining. And then we're going to be doing cues and chasers, macros to make your chasers go a little bit faster and all that jazz. Oh, and masters as well, because that was the final thing from last week that I didn't quite touch on. Cool. Well, might as well get started. So hello everyone. I think, right, we're going to start with cues. I'm going to go into this one, sorry. Right, so chasers is basically, you can record a series of steps into a playback, and when you press the playback, it will play back those steps. Very simple, straightforward, easy peasy, cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down to your record button. You're going to press the record button. Nice and simple. And then up on soft key C up here, it says create chase. You're going to press that button. Now you're going to pick one of these flashy boys up here. I'm going to go up a page because why not? And you're going to tap it where you want the cue to go. The chase to go, sorry. Drinking game rule. Every time I say cue instead of chase, drink. Cool. So I'm going to do, what should I do? I'm just going to do a demo chase across the MH5s because why not? Cool. So I'm going to select the first one. I'm going to tell it what I want it to do, and it will turn blue. You see, and it will do it. And then you're just going to tap either the cue where you're recording it, or you can press a pen step on soft key C. I'm going to tap the cue because that's what I usually do. And then up here it will tell you how many steps and what step you're on as well. Cool. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to record the next one along. Turn it on, record it, turn it off, same again. On, record it, turn it off, on, record it, turn it off, on, record it. And that was the last step. So now I'm just going to press clear and exit, and it will stop being red. And now I can have a look at the cue by turning it on. So I can just double check for mistakes. That looks pretty good to me. If you can see here, you have speed and crossfade. It's a pretty self-explanatory. Speed is how fast it goes. You can turn it up, so it goes nice and fast. And you can crossfade if I turn it back down to slow, so you can see it better. Ooh, a little bit too slow. Cool. So at the minute, it's on 100%. So once the fixture before, when the fixture before or the step before reaches 100%, that's when the next cue starts going up from 0. So it's fading between the steps. If I turn it all the way down, it doesn't have any fade between it. So it'll be chop. See, there's no fade in between them. Turn it up, nice and fast. Oh, that's just doing a thing. Yeah. Easy peasy. And turn it off again. Actually, let's go and have a look in playback. Actually, I'm going to do another chase just in case anyone... no, I'll go into playback options. So I'm going to go into playback options, which is soft key B up here. Tap it. I'm going to select this chase and playback options will come up. I'm just going to squish this down a little bit so that you can still see it on the visualizer. Oh, seriously. Cool. So here you can edit bits of your chase. So again, you've got your speed and your crossfade, speed multiplier, and that's quite good if you're like having master. So if I double it, it's now going twice as fast. If I half it, it's now going half as fast as the BPM up here. I'm just gonna leave it on 1. I'll get on to why that is useful in a minute. Cool. So yeah, what else have we got on here? So this one, so you can have it looping or stop on final cue, and that just means it stops. Or you can loop it, although it looks like I'm gonna have to start again before I do it. So I'm just gonna turn it on and off again. Oh, where's my mouse gone? There it is. And on again. Cool. You can change the direction, the play order. So you can have it going backwards, so now it's going right to left rather than left to right. You can have it bouncing, so it goes left to right and right to left and left to right. Yeah. You can have it random. Random's alright, although it does like loop the same order every time, so it's only slightly random, but whatever. I think I'm going to leave it on bounce because it looks quite nice. Yeah. Handle paging, sorry. I haven't actually spoken about this one. So you can lock it and transparent lock it onto the pages. What this means is when you go up and down pages, you can't see it at the minute because I've got the cue selected, but you see these cues, the first 3, they're disappearing. If I put them so they're locked, it means that they'll stay on the on like every single page above it in the same like location along. Effects. So speed source, size source. I'll get onto these in a bit. Release. I don't know very much about release masks and release times, I'm afraid. So I'm not gonna try and tell you what I don't know because that's not really possible. So cool. That's a bit of that. Yeah. So what else was I going to do? Cool. So macros are basically where you record. So let me make another cue. I'm making another chase. Actually, I'll show you what I wanted to do. So say I wanted to make a chase of basically what I've just done, but I want it going across every single fixture that I have recorded here. The issue with that is going to be, I'm going to have to select them all. Well, no I won't. I'll have to select the first one. Oops. I don't know what's going on there. I must have pressed the button by accident. I have to select the first one, turn it up, append step, turn it down, select the next one, turn it up, append step, turn it down. And that is going to take me forever. If you ever use sun strips, the macros are going to come in so handy, or if you're just trying to do really complicated chases. So Tom, if you're here, you should be, because Tom cannot make macros and I had to explain this to him the other day. To be honest, I've never really used them because I always forget how to. So this is kind of the blind leading the blind, but I do vaguely know how to do them. So we'll figure it out as we go. Sounds so promising. No, I do know how to do them. So I'm just gonna, okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do, okay, is you're going to want to make sure that you're on this one here, you're on intensity. You're not on position, color, gobo, none of that. You're gonna wanna pick all of your fixtures in the order that you want them to go. So if I wanted to go this one, then 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 this one, this one, I'd have to select them in that order. You'll find out why in a minute. Cool. So now we're gonna do what we'd normally do, and we press record. We're gonna press create chase. We're gonna put it where we want it, there. Now we're going to press macro. This grey button here is above all the numbers. We're going to press macro, and up here it will come up with recall macros, blah, 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 view all, play, record. So I'm going to press record. It's going to tell you, I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it Chase for the key and I was the playing drinking game. I accidentally pressed Q. Right, I'm going to call it Chase +1 because why not? I'm going to go and put it onto workspace macros and executors. This little button, I'm going to put it on number 10. Now that I've put it where I want it and this macro button here is flashing, every single thing that you press now is going to record into that macro. So you want to make sure that you know what you want to do before you start recording and making your macro. So what I want to do is the same as before. I want to get the first fixture, turn it on, record or append step, take it down to 0. Next fixture, I want to do the same again. So what we're going to do is we're going to press fixture +1. So that gets it onto the next fixture. Now I'm going to go to intensity. I'm going to press the button here, turn it up to 100. Then I'm going to press append step. So soft key C, I'm going to actually press it this time. And then I'm going to take it down. Now I'm going to press macro again. And that is our macro recorded. There's 2 ways of now using that macro. I'm a bit thick, so I couldn't work out how to do it properly. So I would just tap this button and it works fine. Yeah. But there's a quick way of doing it because I'd still have to press that however many times, however many fixtures I've got. So what instead, I'm going to count how many fixtures I've got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, oh my god, 6 times table, 18, 24, 28. So I'm just going to press 28, type it in, and then I'm going to press the macro, and you'll see it execute in the visualizer. Now I'm just going to press clear and exit like you would normally, and we'll see what we've just recorded. So there you go. I'm just going to turn it up so it goes a little bit faster. There we go. That's how you make a macro. Nice and simple. Yeah, that's about it. I'm getting through this one quite quickly. It's probably because Freddie and John aren't hassling me in the comments, but you know, whatever. Cool. So, yeah, cool. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to playback options. I'm going to select it. I'm going to turn it to random because that's what I want it to do. Let's put a ×4 speed multiplier on it because why not? Now it's a really nice little stroby thing going on. Cool. So that'd be pretty cool on a drop. You just like press the blind button, go a little bit bananas. Well, it doesn't really work on that. Oh, no. I just press this button. It'd be pretty cool on a drop. Sick. Cool, so that's a macro. Nice and simple. Right, so I might as well just do masters now. I'm just gonna move this bad boy up a page and whack it there. Cool. So I just quickly made some shapes. This is just an MH1 circle. This is a square on the MH5s, which looks super cool in my opinion. They never look that good in Foundry, but you know, it looks pretty cool. And then this is just a pan swing on the MH2s. Cool. Then obviously you've got the chasers that we just made. So now I'm just going to quickly go through masters. So what masters do is they are in charge of the speed. Like you can record like a rate master, and then everything that you set to respond to that master, as you take the fader up or like change the value of the master, it will change the value of the thing. So you can do it for rate, so how fast things are going, or you can do it for size, so how big like your shapes are and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to record 3 different masters, 2 different rate ones, and 1 shape size one, because those are the ones that I regularly use. Cool. So if you press patch, oops, nope. I can't remember where it is. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna. There we go. Sorry, I have to use a shortcut and the thingy, and it's really annoying. Don't know why it does this. It's really frustrating. Sorry, bear with, and we'll get there. Oh, I've just saved my show, which is always a good thing. There we go. Cool. So what I've just done is I've pressed Avo, so the little red with the arrow up button, and disk. I've had to use a shortkey on my thingy, which is why I was going bananas. So yeah. So your first page. So if you go through, and then you'll find assign masters. Boom. So you have intensity masters, which is quite self-explanatory for intensities of, say, groups or whatever. They're quite good for like many things where you want an intensity master. It means that you can like have like, say, a Tuesday club where you want it mostly really dark. You could record an intensity master, and then for most of the time you could have it quite low, and then every now and then mash it, and then it will suddenly be a lot brighter in the venues. I know some people that do that. I don't tend to, because otherwise I would always forget to turn it up, and I'd be like, oh, why isn't it working? Yeah, so, you know. Rate masters, so that's speed. BPM is a different type of speed. I've never used BPM masters, so I should probably do that. Pick them up a scene master. I've never used either of these either, if I'm honest, because I don't tend to pick them up, and I don't know what that is. Sorry, you have to Google it. If someone can tell me in the comments, I'd be very grateful. Yeah. So I'm going to start with a size master. Cool. So you have these 5 options. Size grandmaster, so that would it would be like the size for everything. I don't think you'd have to assign things to it, but I'm not sure because I've never used a grandmaster. I've never needed to. These 4, they're all the same. This is a common misconception, I think, because some people are like, oh yeah, I prefer this master, and they're actually all the same. The purpose of having 4 different ones is that you can have like one group of your fixtures assigned to size master 1, one group of them assigned to size master 2, one group of them, so that you can have different sizes on different groups but still use masters. Because if you only had one master that you had to assign everything to, then you wouldn't be able to do that. It just makes it more versatile. So I'm going to use size master 1. I'm going to say choose a location. I'm going to tap it here. Cool. So it starts on 100. You can see, yeah. Cool. I'm going to exit out of there. Oh, that's such a bad idea. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. So now, I'm going to press playback options. I'm going to select the queue that I want to be controlled on the master. I'm actually going to do all of them just to show you 3 times over. And if you go into fader, effects, here you go. So here you see speed source and size source. This is a shape. So I'm going to select size source, and as you can see it says local. When you tap it, it'll come up with these options. So I've just recorded size master 1, so I'm going to press size master 1. So now, if I escape out of that, turn it on, so you can see it's at 100%. So now it's at 0, so it stopped doing anything. You can take it up nice and slowly. You can take it super big, although that looks absolutely terrible. So I don't like the fact that it automatically, so automatically it'll come up to max as like the top as 200%. I personally really don't like that at all. So the way to change that is you press playback options and you go into size master. And here, so you can lock it onto all of them. You can change the clue profile, which I'll do in a minute. And you can change the scale. So I'm just going to change the scale from 0 to 100%. There are other options. I've never needed to use any of the higher ones. Never wanted to. But you know, they're there. Cool. I'm just going to close that. So now when it's at the top, it's at 100. So if you remember last week when we were recording shapes, what I told you was to make sure that you always record your shapes as big as you're ever going to want them and as fast as you're ever going to want them. And this is the reason, is because you can then put your size master at 100 and know that that's going to be your upper limit. That's as big and as fast as you're ever going to want it. Obviously, if you record them slower, you can record your size master so that they go like up to a 200%. So yeah, cool. So I'm going to do that again. Alt A and disk. Oh my gosh, bear with, guys. Oops. Didn't mean to press that. Ha 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 ha. I do know what I'm doing. Don't listen to me. Oh my gosh. This is driving me insane. So the annoying thing about this is, because I'm not using the Titan 1 simulator, which I really should be because I'm just using my computer, but I wanted to be able to get you familiar with what our disks looks like. It means you can't press and hold the Avo key and press disk, so you have to use a shortcut. The really annoying thing is that this is like a whole separate thing. Like every time I press Alt A and then disk, there you go. Every time I press disk, it like means that it's then going into this window, into the virtual panel window. And yeah, it's annoying, but whatever. We can work with that. Cool. So I'm going to assign another master. I'm going to assign them all so I don't have to deal with all of that again. So yeah. So I'm going to do a couple of rate masters. So I'm going to do rate master 1. When it loads. And then I'm also going to record rate master 2 whilst I'm at it. I'm actually going to move that one. But it's there for now. Cool. Cool. So now, if I press playback, say same deal again. Yeah, press playback options, and we're gonna go into effects, and then speed source, instead of free run, we're gonna put it to rate master 1. Cool. So now, again, when I take it to 0, it hasn't done it. I think we need to turn the cue on and off again. There we go. Cool. So now as I turn it up, it will slowly get faster. And this one's set to 200. I'm just going to leave it there because I've already shown you how to do it. So playback options, and you press it. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. So if I move this bad boy here, I'm going to put it up on a button. I'm going to put it on executor number 20. And now it's there. Cool. And it's flashing. Cool. So for these cues here that I've just recorded, let me turn these off because we don't need it on. So this cue here, say we want it in time with the music. The easiest way to do that is to put it on tap tempo. And there's 2 ways of achieving this. One way is to go into playback options, you do it, handle, key profile. So you're going to make a tap tempo key profile. So you press add new. I'm going to call it tappy because why not? And then you're going to select which button you want it to, like, you to change like what it does. So if you're not sure which button like it is, you can just tap which button you want it to be. I'm going to tap the grey one because that's what I usually do. Some people prefer to have it on the blue because they don't like having swap as a thing, which is where everything else blacks out. And so yeah, the blue buttons, I don't know if you know or if I've said or if you remember. So the blue buttons, when you tap them when you're opping, it blacks everything else out apart from what that cue is. The grey buttons just take it to 100. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find tap tempo. So it will come up now with all the options that you can have it on. Just gives you more versatility with all of your buttons. So cool. So now you can see it's blue here and it says tap tempo. Cool. So that works fine. Now when I tap it goes in time. Wicked. The issue is, of course, is when you have loads and loads of cues, or loads of chases, sorry, and you want them all to be in time. You don't want to have to keep on going through and tapping every single one that you're using all at once to be the same BPM. Because the difference between BPM and just changing the speed of it to what the BPM of the music is. So say you're opping to drum and bass and it's around 180 or whatever, 184, I don't know. It depends what drum and bass you're listening to. So you could change it initially so that everything is recorded at 180, which is frequently what I will do. If I know that, say if I'm working at a 140 dubstep night, I'm going to record everything at 140 because I know then that it should look better when the music plays, or a multiple of. I don't know what I was saying. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you have loads of thingies, you're going to want only like one button to press. And the way that you do that is with that master that we just put on number 20. It's flashing at the minute. So what you're going to do is you press playback options. You're going to select in fact, I'm going to do this one because it's there. You're going to press effects and then speed source. We're going to put it on rate master 2 because that's which one it is. I'm going to exit and clear. So now, return it. It's going slow because it's not on anything. Oh, it's not working. Well, it should be working, but for some reason it is not. You can see it going here. The BPM's changed. It's very odd. You can see the BPM changing as I tap. But for some reason the Q doesn't want to work. Weird. I don't understand what's going on. Weird. Anyways, I'm going to try and do it on this one, see if it's I know that I've done it right. It has changed the BPM, but I think it might be a visualizer issue. Remaster 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I think that's just an issue with the visualizer. Trying to remember if there's anything else that I have forgotten to do. If anyone's watching and they have questions, let me know. But I've done all the things that I intended to do. So we might call it a very early day. It's been a quick one, this. Gonna leave it a minute. Cool. Right, I'm tuning out. There's no questions. So, yep, I hope everything, you understood everything that I just did. Yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah. So if anybody who's watching decides that they want to practice Avolites and they make a really cool show and they're really proud of it, maybe take a little recording of your show and send it to us and we can share it, almost like a rig of the month type thing. But I'll make an official post about this at some point if we decide this is something that we want to do. But I think I have covered pretty much everything that I want to, apart from cue lists. But I don't really know cue lists, so might have to be someone that isn't me teaching cue lists. So yeah, cool. If you have any questions, message me, email TSC, whatever. Peace. Also, tune into GBB. Good bad, not bad.